So I was filing at work today, and one of the filing cabinets were closed. So I needed a key to access it. When I went to my manager, he gave me a key ring with a couple of keys, right? So when he was pulling out the key ring, it was a key ring with a lot of keys, and I was like looking at him, and right away, he knowing that I could not find the specific key on my own, he found the key for me and gave the key ring to me, right? And as I started to file, I got a revelation. And while I was filing, I was downloading, so to speak, what was going on, and about having access and locked doors. And I don't understand how people say that God doesn't speak to them, especially when they're meditating, or especially when they've asked a question. I think maybe because people think that God is going to talk to them in the sense like, oh, I am God, this is what I'm saying. And so most times he doesn't talk to you like that. He talks to you through situations. He talks to you through events, and you just have to be at the place at the time and just be listening. So I was filing today, and I was downloading, right, the revelation. And it was just simply the fact that one of our ministers, especially at Bible study yesterday, he keeps talking about keys and having access to doors, or to lock doors, and having the specific or the right or the appropriate keys to open them. And today was one of those days where I really got the revelation to what he was saying. There are times in our lives that we have doors that are closed, the doors are locked, and if we do not get the right revelation, the appropriate revelation, it will never be open. And when I say doors, I'm being metaphorical, in the sense that talking about your career, being a locked door, your marriage being a locked door, your success being a locked door, the fact that your ability to gain or obtain wealth being a locked door. And if you don't have this specific key to open, this specific technique, go through the specific process to access those things, you will never obtain it. You'll live a life, you'll be a Christian, and you'll be a Christian, you'll be born, you become a Christian, and then you die, and you've never achieved those things that you could have achieved if you had the right techniques, the right skills, the right keys, right? So I was downloading, so to speak, at work today, and I remembered I said something, and it was my national anthem, and everyone knows I've said it several times, right? "Mo want a rich man," and I said it again yesterday. And I have my specific reasons why I say that I want there are certain attributes in a guy that I want, and one of those attribute is that I want him to be already stable, some level of establishment in his life. And it is basically because how I grew up. I grew up in an impoverished situation. I grew up in lack. So I said to myself, I don't necessarily want to experience that in my later years, and specifically, I don't want my children to have to go through that, So, God was just speaking to me, and he was like, listen, I could give you a key, that whomever you get, once it's a good soil, once it's a suitable soil, once it's someone that I've given you, you could unlock wealth with them. And it was a really good revelation, this is how you should talk to me when you're talking to me, this is how, I understood it then, don't tell me, say, don't ask for rich man. Tell me, say, me and him can make wealth together. Me and him can become rich together, But sometimes my problem would have said no. So God himself have to tell me. But it was really a beautiful revelation today. It was so good. There's certain things that we want in life, and we are going through challenges and obstacles, and or prior life is that, because I'm a futuristic person, I'm already seeing that the door is already opened, I'm already seeing that I'm already married, I'm already seeing that I'm already have my kids, I'm already seeing that I'm already in wealth, I'm already seeing I'm already in success. But the truth is, while I'm here, there are certain keys that I need, there are certain tactics that I need to adhere to, there are certain skill sets that I need to obtain, there are certain processes that I need to go through, there are certain systems that I need to adhere to get there, and I already see the door already open, but I need to approach the door. I need to use the correct key to access the door, and then the door opens. And it's really good when you're in a prophetic ministry. It's really good when the men and women of God that are in leadership in your church are have a revelatory mindset, so they're able to give you nuggets daily, good nuggets, so that you're able to become successful. So our minister, he was given the nugget that, this is one of the things he keeps preaching about, that we need to have the correct keys, we need to have the correct, if we don't have the correct keys, we're not going to be able to access what we need to access. And I'm a solver, and I think because he spoke about the problem and he kept speaking about the problem, that caused me to not realize the revelation at that time. So it's good when you have different people in your life, different types of people in your life, even though you may not understand it, once you're in God and you stay in Him and you continue seeking, you'll find out what He's trying to say to you. So, He was God was simply saying to me that, listen, you have a problem. You have some locked doors in your life. The doors are locked and you need specific keys to access them. The doors cannot be opened until you access them. But my problem was, I already saw the door was open, I already saw that it was already done, and that's good, it's not bad. But the truth is, the situation is that the door is locked, the door is locked, and I needed the key to access it. So me here, one of the key my pastor was giving us at church Sunday, he was like, it could be the prettiest girl in the world, it could be the most intelligent girl in the world, once you have a temper, once your attitude is not good, it will be an hindrance for you. And to be honest, I know him that talk about me, I felt that the entire church knew that he was talking about me. It could just be maybe not the entire church, but probably 70%. But there are keys that I needed to access, right? And I will never get what I need to get unless I get the right keys, right? So and a good example of what I'm trying to say is that, for example, you need to get a job. I'm at the gym. You need to get a job, right? And the Bible says, seek and you shall ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. You need to get a job. You pray about it. You pray about, if you're in school, you pray about the courses that you're supposed to be taking. You pray about the type of companies that you're supposed to apply for. You ask. You talk to God about it, and then you seek. You don't just pray. You actively go out and find out about different companies and find out about different levels, find out about different positions, recommendations. Go seeking out there the places that are hiring, and then you apply, you knock. Even if someone gives you a good referral, or even if someone gives give you a good recommendation, or tells you about a good job that is a company that's hiring, it doesn't matter what happens, you have to go through the process of applying for that job. And one of the best places to find keys is the Bible. And like, I want to say if you should go to church, but I can't. One of the best places to find keys in today's world, in today's society, is still the Bible. The Bible is still relevant, and it will continue to be relevant. Sorry. So, and with smartphones and Wi-Fi and data, it's easy to Google scriptures in the Bible, and it's free.